Greetings, Earthlings. It is time for the spotlight for Spooky Space Kook. Now, it has come to my attention that Spooky Space Kook is just by far a fan favorite. He is just loved. So Space Kook. Okay, so we are going to be talking about Spooky Space Kook today. Obviously, he was the last winner to be the next spotlight villain. So Spooky Space Kook was introduced in Scooby-Doo Where Are You? I believe back in 1970. I believe he was a season 2 villain. Maybe I should do a little fact check.
A few moments later.
Good thing I did a little fact check. No, he was from episode 15 of season 1. So in this episode, the gang are kind of in this abandoned aircraft type area. I don't know what the technical name is for this type of area, but an alien has come to this abandoned, I'm calling it an aircraft thing. And of course, they soon hear his iconic freaking laugh. Now, Space Kook has just become such a fan favorite villain ever since he was introduced, and I feel like especially within recent years he's gotten really, really popular. Now, one of his most iconic things that people just know him for is his laugh, his spooky, creepy, high-pitched laugh. Don't ask me to try it, I cannot do it. So Space Kook has been in numerous editions, variations of Scooby-Doo, whether it be in opening credits or just kind of brief mentionings or flashbacks. But he's been a part of Scooby-Doo really since the beginning. He is pretty much as popular as the Creeper, I'd say, in that he shows up a lot and you see him in the backgrounds or you see him just kind of show up and mentioned. He was in the newest Scoob movie this year that was released. We saw him for a brief moment and they actually were able to dig up and reuse the original sound clip that Don Mezek did for his iconic spooky laugh, which was amazing. So of course you guys sent in your drawings, your arts, and whatever else for Spooky Space Kook, so it's time to go through them. Alright, Mexican Engine Productions sent in this photo. He said, looks like Spooky Space Kook is ready for his culture in Dia de los Muertos. I suck Spanish, so I apologize. I took 3 years of Spanish and it didn't mean nothing. But that is really cool. I love that kind of take on Spooky Space Kook, making it kind of fit into your culture. And honestly, that is such a good way to kind of redo Space Kook. I don't know, I just feel like that really, really fits. And so I really like this. This looks awesome. Thank you so much for sending this in. Alright, Isabella has sent in another fan art for Space Kook. She redrew Space Kook and it looks awesome. It looks like the picture from when he's first walking on the scene, when we first see him in the episode. So again, classic black and white, looks awesome. Okay, Keaton has sent in another type of fusion monster with Space Kook, and he says here, Mr. Spooky Space Kook, it's great to see you. Congratulations for getting the most votes. Anyways, the reason why I wanted the Spooky Space Kook to be the next villain of the week is because you're amazing, cool, pretty awesome sauce, and you're good. And you're good at scare off snoopers and scare off people with your high-pitched laugh and leaving glowing footprints and glowing fingerprints to lead other people to your trap. You may be terrifying, but you're awesome and amazing at the same time. But you'll always be, and I'm proud of you, Spooky Space Kook. So I give you my fan art with a different look I made for you. By the way, your laugh is pretty amazing. So here's the fan art I made you. I hope you like it, Spooky Space Kook. So this looks so cool. I love how you're doing these like mixtures of villains, of like making Spooky Space Kook and then kind of mixing him with other monsters and creatures. I think this looks really, really cool. I love the color palette you gave him. You gave him more of a metal-y type color, you know, like a silver or gray type color. So I think that looks really, really cool. Thank you so much for sending this in. I'm loving your drawings so much. Okay, then Dennis Draws actually did not send in this picture, but he tagged me so that I could see it. And this looks incredible. Holy flippin' flapper. I'm gonna ask you to draw all my freaking, yeah, please just. But this looks really, really cool. He has other Scooby-Doo drawings and art on his account, so go on Instagram, follow his account, and check out his other works. It's really, really cool, and this one does not disappoint, so thank you. Okay, Mexican Engine also sent in a Spooky Space Kook voice, so we're going to take a moment to listen to this. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. That was awesome. I love it when you guys do kind of different things. I'm loving the drawings, but I love it when you guys will try to do the voices or something. Again, do not limit yourself to just fan art. You can make recipes, you can make skits, you can write out short stories, whatever you would like. And I think this is a really cool and unique way of, you know, doing something a bit different, doing a voice impression. So thank you so much. Now let's read what you guys have to say about Spooky Space Kook. Amber says, "Ah, Space Kook, your creepy cackle still gives me chills to this day." True. Crocky says, "Space Kook is so spooky, the boogeyman fears him." I do agree with that. Dexter says, "Space Kook, he could give Marvin the Martian a run for his money." You hear that, Marvin? I will butcher your name! Nasia? Messiah? They said, "I love the Spooky Space Kook because of his cackling red skull and the way he laughs gives me goosebumps all over, and his laugh, oh, just gives me the chills, and he's another iconic villain like the Creeper," which is what we were just saying too. Tom says, "Space Kook, he's my favorite Scooby-Doo villain. I find his aesthetic really cool, and you can't beat that laugh. Space Kook should be the villain of the week because he has an amazing design. He's a good villain in Scooby." I agree, Ghost Blackbeard. I agree. Mexican Engine Productions also said, "Spooky Space Kook is one of the bone-chilling villains from out of this world." So that is all you guys have sent in, all you guys have said. Thank you so much for sending in your art and sharing your thoughts on Space Kook. I think it's time to decide who should the next one be. We are going to shake things up this week and go a completely different direction. So this week I'm going to have you guys decide between the snow creature from What's New Scooby-Doo, the space ape from What's New Scooby-Doo, the dinosaur, ghost dinosaur. What do they call him? A ghost dinosaur? From What's New Scooby-Doo? Or the Leland brothers from What's New Scooby-Doo. We are going to do the first 4 villains of What's New Scooby-Doo this week. So again, as this video is up, the poll should be up, so go cast your vote who you would like to win this week's Villain of the Week. And again, we're shaking things up, doing What's New Scooby-Doo this time. So go ahead and vote, and while you're voting, let me know why you would like that particular villain to be the Villain of the Week. Then once the villain that won is announced, you guys can go ahead, send in your fan art, send in your short stories, send in your voice impressions, whatever you would like to this email, or you can DM me on Instagram and Twitter. So that's going to do it for this video. But before I leave, I just want to say one thing. And I'm probably going to get tomatoes thrown at me. I think the Phantom from Scooby-Doo, or Are You episode 2 or 3, whatever you want to say, has a more iconic laugh than Spooky Space Kook. Okay, bye!